Today's video is about cloning existing host pools in Nerdio Manager for WVD. This is a feature that's available starting with version 2.6, and it is very helpful in creating new host pools in your environment without having to reconfigure everything from scratch. So the first question is, well, why would you want to clone a host pool to begin with? Why can't you just create a new host pool from scratch? And the reason is that there's so many customizations and so many things that you can do to really customize and set up your host pool with auto scaling, with app attached settings, with VM deployment options, multiple app groups, user assignments, group assignments. There's so many things that are associated with a host pool that recreating them time and time again is something that could be challenging if you have to do this on a regular basis. So in Nerdio Manager, we've added an option to make that job easier. And let me show you how that works. So first, let's take a look at just any random host pool here. We have one called App Attached Demo. You can see there is a particular image that's used. There is a particular auto scale configuration. If we go under app groups, we'll see that there are two app groups available to us, making it a multi-user desktop and a remote app host pool. If we go under VM deployment options, we can, for example, enable non-admin users to shadow sessions. We can enable certain scripts to run and click OK. So some of these customizations will be applied. And then once we have all the customizations applied to our pool, we can clone it and create a new one with the exact same settings. So let's go through that process. So we'll select the option called Clone Host Pool. Once we select that option, we can choose which workspace to use. I only have one in my demo environment right here, but imagine you have many different workspaces in different regions, in different locations, with different configurations. You can easily create new host pools using as existing ones as a template. So now let's create a new host pool with the following name. We'll call it Clone of App Attach Demo. And then we have a couple of options. We can choose to copy user and group assignments. And if we do that, it's going to actually take my users and groups that are assigned to the App Attach Demo and actually copy them to this new one called Clone of App Attach Demo. And we also have the option to copy the auto scale configuration. If we select this option, then what we have to do is provide a unique prefix for the VMs that will be created in this host pool. So my current prefix in the App Attach Demo host pool is ATCH-demo, and I'm going to call this, let's say, attach02, and click clone. And what this is now going to do is it will generate an identical copy with a different name and a different VM name prefix. It is going to create that host pool with auto scale turned off, which means there will be no session hosts in that host pool. And if I wanted to create session hosts, all I would need to do is go into the auto scale configure page and turn it on and click save. Once I do that, those hosts will get created based on auto scale configuration. But as this is being created, it's copying the auto scale settings, app groups, any custom scripts, my users and groups, and everything else that's associated with that host pool. So in just a few seconds, we will have that host pool available. So let's scroll down and we see a new host pool called Clone of App Attach Demo. And what we'll notice is that we have auto scale turned off, even though here auto scale is turned on. If we go under properties, VM deployment, we'll see that all of those options we turned on under source host pool are available here. We will see that there are multiple app groups that are making this pool both a remote app and a user multi-user desktop. And you can also see that all of the assignments, both individual users and groups, also that are here, 6 users and 1 group, have been copied over. So now this clone process is done, and I can begin customizing this further or provisioning my hosts by simply going under Autoscale Configure, turning Autoscale on, and clicking the Save button. So what this lets you do is create several template host pools that may not have actual hosts in them. They may not be providing any desktops to users, but they are template configurations of how you want to set up your host pools in the environment. And then you can clone them based on your requirements when deploying new capacity. So this is the the host pool cloning capability in the Nerdio Manager, starting with version 2.6. See you in the next video.